In Trading Places, Scott Bauer, the CEO of Prosper Trading Academy, is with us to talk about this new trend of fast options trading. Scott, the Chicago Board Options Exchange started up options contracts that expired every month. That went to weekly options and now down to one-day expiration options. Scott, has that changed your trading style or trading in options in general?
It hasn't really changed how I do things, Angie, but I think for the retail trader, it has made a huge, huge impact. Just adding the liquidity of shorter dated options has really increased the amount of volume, the amount of open interest. And when we talk specifically about the zero DTEs now that have become so popular in the SPX, that now accounts for over 45% of the volume in SPX. So you can see how especially the retail community has really taken hold of that.
I'm glad you mentioned retail traders because retail traders, everyday traders, not the big guys on Wall Street. I'm a little concerned about some of those retail traders, the young meme traders especially. They were into GameStop and then started trading call and put options, made some money. Others ran into trouble because they didn't completely understand options. Are those young traders in the market with the one-day options in your estimation?
Yes, and that was, one of the big downfalls, one of the big knocks against the zero TTEs when they were a new item out there, is that people didn't really understand. The retail trader didn't understand the dynamic of how quickly not only the price could change in an option, but if you bought an option and you were looking for that home run, that lottery ticket, and it didn't work out, the natural premium decay, what's known as the theta, just happens so quickly. On the other side of that, retail traders and people that didn't really understand the product that would sell those options didn't understand that in just a moment, matter of minutes, an hour, that could really just blow up against them. So as that product has been around for much longer now, I think the retail industry has come to understand it a lot more, is maybe using it a bit more as a hedge as opposed to just, a lottery ticket type of trade.
What are your tips for trading one-day expiration options?
Absolutely. So number one, I would never short one of those options unless I had some other protection against it, right? A lot of people like to short them and collect the premium, and that's a great strategy, but I wouldn't do it unless, again, I had something protected against that. On the long side, buying, okay, so you buy one of these options, you know what your risk is. Your risk is only what you pay for that premium, but you have to understand that if it doesn't start moving your way in a very short time frame, that, like I said earlier, that natural theta decay is just going to start really, really coming in. And as you get towards around noon and then 1 o'clock in the afternoon, with these expiring just after 3 o'clock Central Time here, that natural premium decay just accelerates quicker and quicker.
What should people do you think?
Well, the way I would trade them is always trading them on a spread, or I also like trading them on a butterfly position. Butterfly positions, and I don't want to go into it, right now, but butterfly positions allow someone to get into a position, bullish, bearish, even neutral, at a very, very low entry point with limited risk, no matter what. So that is the way that I would approach these, especially if you're someone new to this idea and don't really truly understand the product.
One last question. Have one-day expiration options changed volatility in the stock market?
Yeah, I think there's a lot written that zero DTEs have changed the volatility landscape, have made the VIX much more muted. I'm not a buyer of that belief at all, because I think from the institutional or from the professional side of things with these zero DTEs, it's just another way to trade. It's just another hedge. It's really the retail side of things that have maybe, changed the volatility landscape. But overall, I don't really see a big change, Angie.
Thank you for your expertise. Thank you, Scott.
Thank you, Angie.
Go to businessfirstam.com for where to see our show on TV.